What is good, guys? What is good? We need to talk about the Los Angeles Chargers and their offense, more specifically the wide receiver position. Now, I find the Chargers pretty, I find, like, I'm really excited about Coach McDaniel going over there. I really am, dude. I mean, if you look at what Coach McDaniel came from, he came from Miami, right? And in Miami, their roster was built off of speed. It really was. It was a roster built off of speed. Now, I think with a healthy slate on the offensive line, I think that's going to be way better than Coach McDaniel had in his time in Miami. But their roster was built off of speed. Like, you look at Devon Achane, you look at Tyreek Hill, you look at Jalen Waddle. Some of those starters, quick guys, quick, twitchy guys. And that's what Coach McDaniel's style was. It was all speed. Now, we saw at times that didn't really work out for them. We noticed that, right? But at the same time, the mindset and the scheme itself is dope as hell. Like, it's off the chain, bro. Like, he's one of my favorite offensive play callers, if I'm being real with you guys. He really is. That's why I wanted him to come to my team so bad. But yeah, I find it fascinating that he's going to be with Coach Harbaugh. Now, I'm just wondering, if he's going to be with Coach Harbaugh, is it going to be a more physical, physical type of vibe with the beautiful play design? Because if you look at the Chargers offense right now, right, like I said, they have a better offensive line when healthy, because it was obviously banged up this last year. No left tackle, no right tackle. Everybody in the interior is playing good. Mekhi Becton's not playing good. But you look at their running backs, you look at Hampton, you look at Vital. Both of those guys are like 4-4 wide receivers, right? And then on the outside, you have Quentin Johnston. He's a downfield burner, not a twitchy type of guy, downfield burner. You look at Ladd. Ladd's the type of guy that he's quick, he's twitchy, he can work underneath. And then you have that opposite wide receiver of those two, right? And I think it's something that you're gonna have to figure out. Now, I know they drafted Trey Harris, I'm pretty sure, in the second round, if I remember right.
Yo, you're not subscribed? Come on, man. Why you not subscribed? Be sure to drop a like on this video as well while you're at it. And be sure to follow me on Instagram. Drop any topic of discussion, any question in there. We can make a video on it. Even if you have a player, we can do some film review on them as well. All right, now let's get back to the video.
And I don't even know, did he even play that much? I'm just playing, yo. I looked up his stats and it said that he went for like 324 or something. And, I've seen the Chargers draft high. Like, obviously, they drafted Quentin Johnston high. Mike Williams back in the day. They took Keenan in, the third round. Mike Williams. You got Jordan Palmer, who I think they took in the third round as well. You got Ladd, who they took in the second. And now you have Trey. So, I wouldn't necessarily say I feel like Keenan Allen and Ladd are the guys that they mainly hit on. So, I'm, looking at it. I'm like, well, do you go out and draft one of these wide receivers, dude? Because, I did some reaction videos to some of these wide receivers, and they're good. They're good. Like, you got Jordan Tyson out of Arizona State, Carnell Tate out of Ohio State, and I really feel like you cannot mess up with drafting an Ohio State wide receiver. I just feel like it's like wide receiver university. So that's a guy that I like, honestly, throughout this whole list. Then you got Mekhi Lemon, Zachary Branch, Chris Brazell from Tennessee. Like, there's guys that you could draft, in this draft. But I'm like, you only had, say Coach McDaniel gets say he gets a job and, say he gets a job after this upcoming year. Say he gets a job, he stays at Chargers for only 2 years. Well, then you'd want a guy that's going to stick around forever, right? Like, you just don't want a guy based off of his scheme. You want a guy that's kind of all those things and more, be around for after, right? You just don't want a scheme fit wide receiver. And so, honestly, that would lead me into, okay, well, maybe look into free agency. So I'm pretty sure that the Chargers have, what do they have, $83 million in cap space? They got money to spend. They got plenty of money to spend. And I'm like, you guys need to make this offense good, and you guys need to make this offense good right away. With Coach McDaniel and along with their DC leaving to be the Baltimore Ravens head coach, this is going to be an offensive-led team. Come here, bud. Come here. Lay down. This is going to be an offensive-led team. Sorry, my dog, man. He's always scratching at the ground like a wolf. But this is going to be an offensive-led team, and I think that you need to make this offense good right off the bat. Because, you can have a lot of patience and go through a year. The Chargers lose like we've seen in the playoffs, and everybody's like, oh no, it was just their first year with Coach McDaniel. Say he leaves, bro. You need to make this good right off the bat. So I feel like they need to have a proven wide receivers. So that, like I said, going back to free agency, they got 83 million. They can spend money. Do you go out and get George Pickens? Right? Like, do you go out and spend that type of money? Go out and get George Pickens, a wide receiver that you know is going to turn up, wide receiver that you know is going to be good for you. And I mean, you could plug him in a McDaniel offense with ease. I don't know if the Dallas Cowboys are going to franchise tag him. I don't know if they're going to franchise tag him and then possibly trade him. I don't know. George Pickens' price tag would be honestly pretty high. But what about go out and getting a guy like Alec Pierce? Alec Pierce is a proven wide receiver. He's a pretty damn good wide receiver, dude. Like, Alec Pierce is pretty underrated in my opinion. So I don't see any reason why you wouldn't go out and just try to get a proven free agent. And those are like the two guys I have. Those are the two guys I have in free agency. Now, if you don't want to go free agency, you're going to have to go with one of those guys. And you just don't know how that's going to work out in a year where I feel like you need to be good right off the bat. So why not go out and get Alec Pierce? Like, that is, I am dead set on that. They should go out and get Alec Pierce. Like, I bet you his like yearly is probably will be like between 24 to 27 million, somewhere in that range. Yearly. Go out and sign him for like a 3-year contract. And that's a guy that you can have around if Coach McDaniel leaves. So that third wide receiver in this offense it's going to be pretty important in my opinion. Like, I just don't feel like we could just, have Ladd and Quentin Johnston and just go out there and perform. I really feel like we should get, with the Chargers, another wide receiver. And hell, like, I don't know for, what if Trey Harris just turns up with Coach McDaniel? That's a real possibility. It really is. But I feel like in that wide receiver room, you should also have a proven guy in that third that you could put in. Now, if you want to go more low floor, you can. But I'm just saying, I feel like this is a year where we need to get good right off the bat. Like week 4, week 5, not the Miami Dolphins, but the Los Angeles Chargers offense really needs to prove their worth and show that they're good. Because I don't know how long Coach McDaniel is going to stick around. And if you just look at the Chargers with Jim Harbaugh, this is a dynamic duo. This is a team that could literally go to the Super Bowl. And I just don't really think we should be wasting time. So why not go out and get a guy like Alec Pierce? Or if you really want to get crazy, go out and get George Pickens. But I don't know, man. You guys let me know what you guys think about this. Be sure to drop a comment down below and let me know what you thought about the video. Voice your opinions. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe to your boy. All we do is talk football here. And yeah, man. Appreciate you watching. It's your boy Shady Looking. I'm outie. Deuces.